Hello, hi to everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself, Dr. Rajendra Chavan, MG College, Armuri, District Gadchiroli. This is my purely academic and free YouTube channel for you guys. So, welcome you all in my YouTube channel. Today, we are going to explain more detail about on incomplete dominant traits. That is a non-Mendelian inheritance. As we know that what is inheritance, what is hereditary, that means the genetic characters which is transmitted from one generation to the generation next generation. That means the genetic characters which is transmitted from parents to their offsprings. Such condition is known as a heredity or inheritance. Mendel explained all these things, how the genetic works. Mendel also explained the genetic traits, dominant alleles, recessive alleles, heterozygous alleles, homozygous alleles, monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, all things he explained. And he also explained and he also gave three laws, that is the Mendel's law or Mendel's law of inheritance. The first law is law of dominance, second law is law of segregation, and third law is law of independent assortment. So as we know that the process of genetic transmission of traits from parents to offsprings is called inheritance. It is also defined as the sum of characteristics genetically transmitted from parents to their offsprings, that is known as a heredity. Mendel's inheritance is that which follows the Mendel's law. There are three laws. First one is law of dominance, second one is law of segregation, and third one is law of independent assortment. The questions arises here when we are going to learn more details about the Mendel's inheritance. The Mendel's law is perfect. Was he just plain wrong? The truth is that his laws are correct and he did explain how the genetic works. Real life is just more complicated than the peas plants. Shortly, people began to notice that not all traits are Mendelians. This means they do not follow the law of Mendel's. They do not follow the law of Mendel's, that is law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independent assortment. In law of dominance, we already studied, that means the dominant variety which obtained in the F1 generation hybrid variety. That means the phenotypic ratio and a genotypic ratio is different. When we crosses the tall variety with the dwarf variety, then we get the heterozygous dominant alleles. Then the phenotypic ratio is 3:1 and genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. This is totally different, the genotypic ratio and phenotypic ratio. But according to the non-Mendelian inheritance, this condition does not occur. This inheritance does not follow the Mendel's law. So there are two different types of complications we observed here. First complication is that genotypic traits follow the Mendel's law, but phenotypic traits do not follow the Mendel's law. Somehow the underlying genotypic ratios are hidden. Mendel's law do not apply. Both phenotypic and genotypics are not following the Mendel's law. We know that there are the three laws of Mendel's. First law is Mendel's law of dominance. Second law is Mendel's law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. And third Mendel's law is law of independent assortment. These three laws does not obey the rules of non-Mendelian inheritance. That means the phenotypic and genotypic ratios does not follow the Mendel's law. The phenotypes and genotypes are not following the Mendel's law. Mendel's law do not apply. The genotypic ratio follow Mendel's law, but phenotypic not. Somehow the underlying genotypic ratios are hidden. The phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratios is same in these non-Mendelian ratios. Okay. What does the non-Mendelian inheritance means? फिर non-Mendelian inheritance क्या होता है? This is not obey the Mendelian's law. Such inheritance is known as a non-Mendelian inheritance. Not all traits are as simple as dominant and recessive. Such inheritance is known as a non-Mendelian inheritance. Some traits have more than just two alleles or variations. Some traits have two dominant alleles. Some traits are only passed via sex chromosome. Some traits are the result of hundreds of genes being expressed. There are two different types of non-Mendelian inheritance is allelic gene interaction and second one is non-allelic gene interaction. Allelic gene interaction, it is also known as a intra-allelic gene interaction, and non-allelic gene interaction, it is also known as a inter-allelic gene interaction. There are two different types of gene interaction. First one is allelic or intra-allelic gene interaction. There are 5 subtypes of allelic gene interaction or intra-allelic gene interaction. First one is complete dominance. Second one is incomplete dominance. Third one is co-dominance or blending inheritance. Fourth one is cumulative genes or multiple genes. And fifth one is pleiotropism. There are 5 different types of allelic or intra-allelic gene interaction. With the help of these 5 different types, we are going to explain all the things about the non-Mendelian inheritance. Alleles of the same gene interact in such a way to produce the new characters. It is a type of gene interaction, allelic interaction, it is a type of gene interaction. It is a non-Mendelian inheritance. It is discovered by Gregor John Mendel in his monohybrid study with the garden pea plants Pisum sativum. Thus, in beginning of his report, experiment on the plant hybridization, Mendel in 1865, he introduced the term dominant and recessive. The dominance relations involve intracellular rather than interallelic gene interaction. The intra means within or inside, inter means between or amongst, according to Bohrer 1988. This is all about the allelic or intra-allelic gene interaction. There are 5 different types of allelic or intra-allelic gene interaction. First one is complete dominance, second one is incomplete dominance, third one is co-dominance, fourth one is multiple genes, and fifth one is pleiotropism. Here in the here we are studying only the incomplete dominance. Okay, before going to details about review the Mendel principles, why the non-Mendelian inheritance does not obey the Mendel's law. Genes are passed from parents to their offsprings, get one alleles from each parent. During meiosis, the alleles for a genes segregate from each other. During meiosis, genes independently assort with each other. These are the reviews of Mendel principles. These laws does not follow into the non-Mendelian inheritance. We are going to learn more details about the incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance is when a dominant allele forms a genes does not completely mask the effect of a recessive allele, and organism resulting physical appearance show a blending of both alleles. It is also known as a semi-dominance or partial dominance. Such dominance we are studying here in the video. So please do like, share and subscribe my channel. आप इसे देखते रहिए और शेयर कीजिए। अगर आपको हमारा वीडियो पसंद आता है तो इसे लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, ताकि हमें मोटिवेशन मिलेगा, ताकि हम आपको नए नए वीडियो देते रहेंगे। अगर प्रॉब्लम्स है, डाउट्स है, तो आप हमें कमेंट्स बॉक्स में लिख सकते हो और आगे बढ़िए हमारे साथ। है आज का टॉपिक है इनकम्प्लीट डोमिनेंस। इनकम्प्लीट डोमिनेंस मतलब when the dominant alleles from a genes does not completely mask the effect of recessive alleles, and the organisms resulting the physical appearance so blending of both alleles. It is called it as a semi-dominance or partial dominance. Okay, incomplete means not fully. When two dominant traits are partially expressed together at the same time, resulting a blending appearance. For example, flowers can be homozygous dominant and red. Crosses with the flowers can be homozygous dominant and white. Their offspring's flowers can be heterozygous. They look pink, like a blending of red and white. That means red variety crosses with the white variety. Then their offsprings will be pink. That means like a blending of red and white. Such offsprings which obtained into the incomplete dominance. Neither allele is dominant, and heterozygous individuals has an intermediate phenotypes. Look at the pictures. Homozygous dominant red, capital AA, cross with the homozygous dominant white, capital BB. Then we obtain the heterozygous AB, that means the pink color flowers. Joseph Collier in 1760 crossed the white small rr and red capital RR carnation. He got capital R small r, which were pink. That means the red variety crossed with the white variety, and he got the pink variety. Phenotype was in between the parents. He crossed the capital R small r, that means the pink variety, that is the F1 generation, and got the red, white and pink combinations. That means 1:2:1. Red variety is 1, white is 2 and pink is 1. Sorry, pink is 2. That means red, pink and white. This shows that R is the incomplete dominance over the small r gene. Small r does not code for the proteins, but capital R cannot compensate for this, so an intermediate hybrid is created. He published 4 parts of the treatise dealing with his experiment on the sex in the plants, highlighted the significance of pollination in seed setting, and gave a detailed account of role of insect in pollination. He also produced the hybrid in Nicotiana, Dianthus, Mathiola and Hyoscyamus. Nicotiana, Dianthus, Mathiola and Hyoscyamus. This is the examples. Joseph Collier crossed the white variety with the red, and he got the pink variety, and the phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1 and genotypic ratio is also 1:2:1. So this inheritance is known as a non-Mendelian inheritance. That means Capital R is incomplete dominant over the small r gene. Small r does not code for the proteins, but capital R cannot compensate for this. So an intermediate hybrid is created. Okay, look at the pictures, look at the cross. Some alleles are neither dominant or recessive. One allele is not completely dominant over the another. For example, snapdragon flower, Mirabilis jalapa, and Antirrhinum majus. This is the well-known examples. With giving these examples, we can explain the incomplete dominance. Very good. Here, the red variety which cross with the white, we got the pink varieties. Then in F1 generation, then red variety 1, pink is 2 and white is 1. That means 1 is to 2 is to 1. Then incomplete dominance was first recorded in the plant. The German scientist Joseph Kohlreuter in 1760 prayed the red and white carnation, expecting to get offsprings with the dominant red coloration. Instead, many come up pinks. Kohlreuter found that neither allele was fully dominant in his flowers and identified the concept of incomplete dominance. Chicken with blue feathers are an examples of incomplete dominance. When black and white chicken reproduce and neither allele is completely dominant, the result is a blue. This is the examples of incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance is also known as a blended inheritance. Incomplete dominance in the animal is mostly widely studied in domesticated animals since it's important for their health, appearance and value. Here are the several examples of the effects of incomplete dominance in the animal. Chickens with the blue feathers are the examples of the incomplete dominance. When black and white chicken reproduce, neither allele is completely dominant. The result is blue feathered birds. Second example is when long furred Angora rabbit and short furred red rabbit reproduce, the result can be rabbit with the fur longer than a rex but shorter than a Angora. That's classical examples of the incomplete dominance producing a traits different from either of the parents. The tail length in the dogs is often determined by incomplete dominance. Pups of long-tailed and short-tailed parents often split the difference and have a median length tail. On the subject of dogs, lot of Labradors have wavy hairs, just like humans. That comes from the having straight hairs and curly haired parents. The result is an intermediate inheritance, the wavy haired Labrador. The cream gene in the horses is a classic examples of incomplete dominance. When paired with the red alleles, the cream allele produces horses with the green coats such as Polominos and buckskins. Such examples which explaining here about the incomplete dominance. That means the dominant and recessive are different color and their hybrid is also found to be different from the parents. Such inheritance is known as a blended inheritance or incomplete dominance. Some examples of the incomplete dominance in the plant is Phorocula plants are the flowering plants, pink snapdragon, Antirrhinum majus, then fruit color eggplants, and some examples also found into the human beings, the disease filial hypercholesterolemia, that is FH, hypercholesterolemia, Tay-Sachs disease, eye color. This is examples of incomplete dominance in the woman. Incomplete dominance in the snapdragon flower superficially appears like a blending inheritance. Such type of inheritance is known as a blending inheritance or incomplete dominance. For example, straight hairs, homozygous, that is the incomplete dominance. Curly hairs, homozygous, that is the incomplete dominant. And wavy hairs, it is a heterozygous, a mix straight and curly. This is the offsprings of the straight and curly hairs, that is the wavy hairs. Then look at the pictures. Here is a red color snapdragon flower cross with the white snapdragon flowers. We get F1 generation, that is the pink. Then F2 generation is one red, two pink and one white. That means the ratio, phenotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1, as well as the genotypic ratio is also 1 is to 2 is to 1. Here in the incomplete dominance, the phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio is same. So this this is the dominance, this is the inheritance, does not follow the law of Mendel's. Why does the incomplete dominance occurs? Incomplete dominance may occurs because neither of the two alleles is fully dominant over the others, or because the dominant allele does not fully dominate the recessive alleles. This result in a phenotypes that is different from both the dominant and recessive alleles and appears to be mixtures of both. This is the examples. Thank you very much. Please like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel, and you can see the YouTubes which related to monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, Mendel's law, then introduction to the genetics, terminology in genetics. You can watch after subscription. So once again, you have to like, share